Capricorn Risings, here's how Uranus entering Gemini is going to shake up your life. Uranus enters Gemini on April 26, 2026, but if you're seeing this way past that date, that's okay. Uranus is a very slow-moving planet, and it's going to be in Gemini for the next 7 years, so if you're not seeing these huge major changes that everyone's talking about within the first week or two of its ingress, that is why. Uranus is the planet of sudden changes, rebellion, and innovation, and it will be moving through your sixth house of health, habits, routine, pets, and jobs. So you're going to be experiencing a lot of lifestyle changes that prevent you from being so rigid in your routines and your habits. A few examples of this could be that you get a new job that requires you to be on call. So you're an EMT or a firefighter or a pregnancy leave substitute teacher, or you become a freelance worker. So you're a wedding photographer, or you're a graphic designer or a creative director, and so now your schedule is beholden to your client's schedule. Or you become an entrepreneur and it is now up to you to hold yourself accountable and for you to make your own schedule. Uranus will be in Gemini, and Gemini rules the hands. So this could be a really lucrative time for those of you who work in an industry where you have to use your hands. So you're a mechanic, a hairdresser, a barber, a tailor, a chef. And this could also be a lucrative time for those of you who work in communications, as Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication. So those of you who have jobs where you have to write a lot, you have to research, you have to talk to a lot of people. But this transit will be the most lucrative, and you will get the most out of this transit if you put yourself out there and you network and you talk to people and you promote yourself online. Old keys will not open new doors. You have to put yourself out there, and you have to create a wider social network, both in person and online. You could be getting the coolest, most random, once-in-a-lifetime opportunities just from talking to people, just from putting yourself out there. State what you want. You could do it here online, or you could do it with somebody at a local coffee shop, but you have to talk about what you do, what you're great at, and what you want. You could be experimenting with your routines and your habits, as well as the way that you work. You could be collaborating with more people, hanging out with more people, doing some sort of buddy system when you're working out, or just have an accountability partner and delegating more tasks at work as well. You could also be doing a lot of weird and wacky hobbies and implementing a lot of weird and wacky routines. Like on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I pretend like I am the biggest content creator, and that is how I show up in life, and that is how I film, and that is how I post, and that is how I promote myself online, because that's the life that I want. And for all the other days of the week, I'm just me, I'm living my regular life, but that's what I do. You could implement something where it's like each month of the year, you decide to have a new theme of the month, and you have to abide by that theme. I did that in 2023, and it was so much fun. But you could be coming up with really cool, interesting routines, and you could also be asking yourself, how can I add more novelty and whimsy into my routine? How can I bake in more things that make my life more fun and exciting? My advice with this is to embrace the change and the chaos of your schedule going a little crazy, and just see it as an adventure and another fun story that you get to tell when all of this is over. Obviously, don't go to extremes with lifestyle changes. So that could be binge drinking and binge eating, and you're sleeping in all day and partying, and you're never going to the doctor, and you're being very reckless, and now you're an unreliable person because you are no longer able to keep commitments to others, and you're no longer able to keep commitments to yourself. Don't do that. And also, obviously, the other side of the coin, where you're a recluse and you're overextending yourself and you're a workaholic and you have these super scary restrictive diets, and everybody is really concerned for you because you're freaking out every time something isn't perfect and every time that you are not being perfect. So let's try to channel this chaotic Uranus energy in a positive way, where you are more so designing your life to be fun and exciting and the life of your dreams. So let me know all of the lifestyle changes that you want to make and what sign I should do next.
A man down, man, you know I did it. I'm talking about, ooh, I just want the cat, ooh, bitch, you wanna fuck, ooh, she love the slang, ooh, I just make the move, ooh, another jewel, that's a fucking move, another jewel, that's a fucking move, ooh, I just want the cat, ooh, bitch, you wanna fuck, ooh, she love the slang, ooh, I just make the move, ooh, another jewel, that's a fucking move, another jewel, that's a fucking move.